Welcome back to the county line. We're doing something a little different today too. Got to fix my hot water. So we'll do a little how-to or something here, but so we got this, we took these panels here off, made sure that our power was off. We got the breaker off, so just test some of those to see if they got power. None do. Same thing down there. Then we hooked up a hose to the drain, cracked the drain, and our hose is running. Just conveniently, my water heater is close to the door, so we just ran a hose out the door into the yard. And that's where we're at right now. My resume does not say plumber or pipe fitter or anything anywhere on it. So this isn't my forte. I don't do plumbing. I hate doing plumbing. Sure, the hot water heater's not necessarily a plumbing issue, but I called my dad, so my dad's here to help us fix it. That's where we're at right now. We just made sure the power was off and we're draining the water heater, and then when we get to the next step, I'll pick the camera back up, and this will be like a short how to not call someone expensive to fix your water heater. Do it yourself. Those guys down there at the bottom there and the bottom there are the heating elements, is what the man in charge is saying. And you just got to take the wires off of them and take your handy dandy crescent wrench that doesn't fit in the hole.
Yeah, how am I supposed to do this?
Okay, we'll be back. That's a hex on there, so we got to figure something out to get that off. Rip. So we found some, I got some knockoff Nitpicks that you guys have seen before. Got this thing broke loose, and now she's coming out. Ooh, that's nasty. Why is that so nasty? Ew, that's gross. Think that's the problem there, Dad? Think of that blown out part right there?
I would think so. I would think so.
Alright, well, that's it's got a big part where it's like blown out and it's gross looking, so that's swell. And then I'm thinking that there might be some gunk in there that we have to remove. We had to ask for help from the Home Depot employees, but we found all the elements. So now we just have to match up what we have with what's on the shelf here. Make sure it's got the right thread and length and all that nonsense. And I assume voltage and maybe resistance, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. So upon further inspection, you have to look for that's upside down, the volts and the watts. So we matched up the volts and the watts, and we got that one. Now this one's actually for my garage. It's supposed to have hot water, but it hasn't since I bought the place. But we're gonna fix that today. We're gonna have hot water out there as well. This is a lot smaller. This is only 120 volt. That one's 240 volt, and this is 2,000 watt. This is 4,500 watt. So, and then is that the right length? Do you have the other piece? Was it? I thought it was longer.
120, 2,000, 120, 2,000.
Right, but is that the right?
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know. Oh, it's the other piece is sitting right there. I'm silly.
There we go. We look at it like that.
Oh yeah, that is right. Okay. Oh, the old one's like a half-inch longer, but I don't think that's gonna make a difference. I think we'll be all right. Because I don't see any up there. They're within a half-inch of each other.
No, because that's the one I got right there.
Yeah. So
other one's shorter, so that's not it.
Bear with me, guys. I've never done this before. I'm learning as you are, I promise. Well, we're back here in the small little town of Westport picking up my brother's Caprice. As you saw in a couple videos ago, it ran and then stopped running, so we're here to get it on the roommate's trailer so that we can get it back to the house and try to get it running with proper tools and everything. So let's get the trailer ready. So I really should have filmed this because the driver, we won't say who was driving, Missed the missed the ramps the first time, and kind of totaled a ramp and dropped the car off. So that was very entertaining. But we're all strapped up now, so we're good. I'm gonna get a couple shots of this car because this is the nicest old Caprice I've ever seen. We just got back with the Caprice. We pushed it in the garage. We'll work on that. I don't know if we're gonna mess with it right now. Maybe we will. God, always swearing on camera. Every time. And there he goes again.
Do you think like a V would look good?
How many farm animal noises are getting put in this video? Tell me the truth. Hey, welcome Talon to the channel. We'll probably see him a lot more. We'll give him an intro there. That'll be fun. These guys are getting ready to do some golden hour photos.
Yeah.
He was not kidding when he said we're about to hear his power steering. Anyway, these guys are going to do some golden hour photos. CJ brought this gem home yesterday. It's like the most commonly referred to as a V36. It's the G35 with the G37 front out of the factory. Sweet car. Hey. My audio, bro. My audio. Some killer audio. Courtesy of old Justin over there. But yeah, they're doing some golden hour photos, so I'm gonna get a little bit of B-roll myself. This video is way all over the place. It's been a crazy day. I only had one day off this weekend, so I had to fix the hot water, go get my brother's broke down car you see behind me. I actually did a couple things I didn't plan on doing. There's no white car over here anymore. That's the part of the shop that white car, the Turbo Z that CJ was caging, was in. I helped them get that out of here, loaded up. Buddy Dalton came over. I don't know if he hit the camera or not, but you'll see him sometime in the future if not, so he'll get an intro, but I don't think he hit the camera today. But anyway, helped him try to get coilovers unseized on one of his cars. Talon came over, we drag raced, we cleaned the shop some. It was just a crazy day, but the day's not over yet. I've actually not even been awake for 12 hours yet, I don't think. So we still got some more time to go, and I'm gonna try to get this Caprice doing stuff. I put the battery on a charger so I can at least find out if we're getting fuel, if we're getting spark. If it's not happy with something, I can try to get this thing diagnosed. We'll see what we can't figure out on the old Pap Daddy wagon. Sorry about the audio, I've got the heat on in here again. I believe this car is fuel injected. Of course it's fuel injected. I think it's throttle body injected. So I'm gonna take this off and turn the key on and prime it and see if it's getting fuel into the intake. And we're gonna go from there. The thing that said this in the last video too, but the thing I really think it is that it's not getting any fuel because the car sat for a long time and the fuel system could be clogged up. So we're gonna see if that's true or not. Okay, so the first thing I'm noticing is that this engine actually looks a lot cooler without that big cover thing on it. And it also says right on that cover, port fuel injection, which I'm pretty sure means that it's individually fuel injected. So, if I could just read, I wouldn't have to guess. In that case, it's not going to be as easy to see if it's getting fuel into the intake as if it was throttle body injected. Which, it looks like there's 8 injectors, but yeah, there is. There's 8 injectors. I'm just gonna pop a fuel line off and go from there. See if it's getting up to the injectors. So I actually found a little gem back here. There's a fuel bleed right in there. I don't know how to find it on the camera. It's right there. You can see it right in front of this finger. Alright, camera focus right there. Thank you. Okay, looked like we had some fuel pressure there. Oh, that's it? That ain't very much. I'm going to play with that a little more, and if I make any discoveries, I'll let you know. But I think that's telling me that there ain't very much fuel pressure there. So, we'll cross our fingers. Maybe all it needs is a filter or a pump, or both, or whatever. So, we'll find out. Alright, the only discovery I've made so far is I sprayed some brake clean in it, and I cranked it for a long while, and after cranking it for a long while, it started. It did take a long time to start, but it doesn't seem to be dying anytime soon. Well, that was an epic fail, and I'm never gonna live this story down. But it seemed to be running fine, so I rolled it outside, or backed it outside, I guess, and was just playing around in the driveway, rolling back and forth, revving it up, blah blah, trying to see if it just continued to run. Well, it died. It said it died, and it said check gauges, and the oil pressure gauge started freaking out. So I think maybe the oil sending unit's bad and it has to have oil pressure to stay running or something. Maybe that's a safety on these. I'll have to look that up. But after it died, then I kept trying to push it in the garage by myself because it was just parked right outside the garage. But I kept not pushing it quite far enough to get going down the slope into the garage, and then Elsie came and she pushed the car in the garage while I just sat in the driver's seat and steered it. And I feel like I'm never gonna live that down. She's over there just laughing about it. I don't even know why I'm telling the camera this right now. I probably should have kept that to myself. But I'm gonna look into that oil sending unit issue. I'm gonna grab my phone and start Googling that. See what I find out. So after doing some Googling on the symptoms of what's going on with this car, a couple of the things that were really popular answers were an injector control module failure and the OptiSpark, which is already new on this car, so I'm really hoping that it's not bad because it is a big job to change it. I mean, not that big. I've swapped engines, but it's still just not worth the time, I guess, to me. But I mean, if I have to, I have to, but what we're gonna do right now is check the check engine light, which it's OBD1, so you can't just plug a scanner into it. I got this paper clip. We're going to jump out the plug in there and see how many times the light flashes and figure that on out. And then, I'm gonna take you guys in there with me. And then if the check engine light is for something stupid, I think what I'm gonna do is go ahead and order an injector control module, and possibly go ahead and order like a fuel filter and stuff too, just because, like, and a fuel pressure gauge as well, just to be certain in the future of what's going on there. I have to light up here. Easy as. Easy as that. Alright. Sorry, you guys are spinning all over the place. I don't know what was going on down there. There's so many different adjustments you can make on this tripod. Or I guess I'm using it as a monopod right now, but whatever. So then we turn the key on, I guess. It's been a long time since I've done this. Back when I used to have 240 problems. And see what the check engine light does. Okay, the check engine light's gone. That's fantastic. That's really strange that when I jumpered that out to count the check engine light flashes, the check engine light was just not present anymore. So anyway, I'm gonna order an injector control module and a fuel pressure gauge and a fuel filter. I'll come out here when it's nice and cold and try to start it again and see if I can see the fuel or the oil pressure gauge move when I try to start it, because it seemed like the oil pressure gauge went crazy whenever the car died. So I'm thinking that maybe the sending unit's bad, but I didn't see anything about that. Like, I couldn't find any results on that on the old Google. So if anybody's got any insight on that, like any of you mechanics out there, help me out, because I'm not real good with these older vehicles. Like, there's nothing I can't fix, but this stuff I'm just not super familiar with. So send me any ideas you have, and or comment them below. See what we can't figure out together. But that's gonna be it for this one. It's been a long day. I'm kind of wore out now. I've been up for a while now. I spent a lot of time off camera playing with this car, so it's getting pretty late. But it's been a long day. You guys have seen a lot. This video's been all over the place. Just a day in the life on the CountyLine, I guess. But don't forget to like and comment and subscribe, and tell your mom to subscribe, and click on that playlist right up there, or this video over here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, right in there.